how do I train my dog not to bark?
You know, this is a pretty common question that we get, and there's a lot of different strategies to teaching your dog not to bark. You know, you're going to hear advice from different trainers like bark collars. You're going to hear like, you know, getting your, preoccupying your dog with something else. Well, I always like to ask this question when people want to get rid of a behavior that is just natural to the dog. Why is your dog barking? I think that's the first question that you need to ask yourself. If your dog is barking and it's nuisance barking, okay, they're asking you for something. They're trying to communicate to you that there's some kind of need that is not being met. Now, the next thing that you have to do as a responsible dog owner is ask yourself, well, hey, have I done my part today to make sure that the needs of my dog are being met? If the needs of your dog are not being met and you want to correct your dog for barking too much, then you shouldn't. You should get up and do something with your dog and help them to understand that, hey, we know that you're barking. We know that you have these needs. We're going to help meet these needs. Now, I'm going to help you here a little bit because I think this is important, okay? If you have nuisance barking going on, and your dog doesn't have its needs met, you're going to have to do something first to stop the barking, like put a leash on the dog, get them to do something, get them to calm down a little bit. Once they calm down, then go and meet that need. Because let's just say like they just want to play with you. If they start barking, you get up and go play, you're going to get more of that barking. But okay, you have to kind of be thinking ahead of your dog's day and be like, hey, we're going to play with you before you actually start barking with us. And I'll tell you, for any of these really active dogs, I think about Gabby, who's just laying right over here. Gabby, I will play with her 2 or 3 times a day and wear her out before she's going to become a pain in the ass. And I'll tell you this, if you don't play with her on a regular basis, she's kind of tough to live with. She's pretty calm right now, but I've already played with her twice pretty hard before we did the show. So just think about that. If your dog is having a lot of nuisance barking, okay, don't immediately go to using, the bark collar or your remote collar. Maybe use some of your training like the play stay, or really kind of figure out, why is my dog barking? How can I get that need taken care of? And then in the future, you want to try to prevent your dog from barking by meeting their needs before that happens.